Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. It is co-creating at its best. It is. You come with some clear intent about what you are wanting to give and receive. You are appreciating the contrast that helps you to discern that. We'll see about that. Well, it is nice to have new, fresh desires, isn't it? It feels good to feel something hatch within you that was not there before. Something that is adventurous, something that feels eager, something that sometimes feels challenging. You like challenging? Not so much. Well, don't you like to be called into focus? Don't you love the power of your being? Doesn't it feel good to you when clarity descends? And doesn't contrast sometimes cause that to happen? And doesn't a sort of challenge sometimes cause that to happen? Don't you focus better when there is a reason to focus better? And wouldn't you rather be challenged and focused than limp and diffused? Don't you like the feeling of clarity pouring through you? And do you realize that that feeling of clarity pouring through you is the attention of source energy that you have summoned through the power of your focus? So how do you go about deliberately summoning non-physical energy through the power of your focus? Well, you can get yourself in a bind. Don't you like that feeling of source pouring through you? And do you realize that you can conjure that? Not the best word. You can summon that. You can facilitate that. You can accomplish that in a couple of different ways. One way is you can get yourself in a jam. Esther always has said to us, I shine in a crisis. And we say that's because the crisis makes you focus. But you don't have to wait until there is a crisis before you focus. You have the ability to focus under the best of conditions. And we're going to call that getting out ahead of your creations. Most of you, we love you very much. You know what's coming next after that statement. We love you very much, but most of you are offering most of your vibration, meaning most of your focus, in response to what you're observing. And you're not that particular about what you're observing. You sort of let what's loud and close dominate. And so it's sort of a cycle where maybe you haven't been keeping track of what you're doing vibrationally, and maybe you haven't been offering your vibration or your attention or your focus. They're all the same thing deliberately. Maybe you've just been observing some of this and some of this and some of this and some of this and some of this. So you've got a sort of scattered vibration going on, which is affecting your point of attraction. We're going to talk a lot about your point of attraction here today, because it's your point of attraction and it's no one else can affect it. You are the one choosing it. But sometimes you choose it by default. Sometimes you choose what you are offering vibrationally because you're observing and you feel sort of, we love you very much, obligated to observe with really screwy criteria. Sometimes you give your attention to something because somebody close to you is giving their attention to it and they don't want to leave you out of it, no matter how much it sucks. It's like putting something in your mouth that tastes awful and saying, ooh, taste this. You do that all the time too. This is the worst thing I've ever tasted. Taste this. So often you are wanting to share your experiences with others because you want very much, and this is a primary point of our discussion here today. If you want to go along with it, it will serve you very well. You want so much for those around you In many cases, all of them, and in many cases, just those closest to you, to really get you, to understand exactly what you're feeling. So you work really hard to explain what's going on in your life. Oh, this happened. I need to bring you up to date with this. Come, let's sit. Let me tell you what's been happening. And then you work hard to explain your point of view, especially if your point of view opposes someone else's point of view. You work very hard to explain your point of view, not realizing that the whole time you're explaining your point of view, you are watering down your own personal intentions, because you are weighing the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses, and you're offering vibration about all of that. And we want you to know that you just would do really well for yourself if you would just pick something and focus on it. And that's really what we want to help you to at least decide that you want to accomplish in the hours that we are here together today. We want you to leave here with a more determined intention that you are going to be the controller of your own gaze, the controller of your own focus. Because when you discover that you can be the one who controls what you look at, what you talk about, what you think about, then you will discover that you can control your vibrational output. And that matters a lot, because your vibrational output is being responded to constantly by the powerful law of attraction. Law of attraction says that which is likened to itself is drawn. So when you're offering a vibration, maybe you watched a television program, maybe your friend called you, maybe you observed something, maybe you dug something up in a past memory. It doesn't matter what is causing you to focus upon it, but when you focus upon it, you have an active vibration going on. And if you keep it up, that active vibration will become stronger and stronger and stronger. Law of attraction says it must be that way. So as that vibration gets stronger and your point of attraction gets stronger, then it's easier for you to keep focusing upon it. Or if it's something you don't want, it would be right to say it's harder for you not to focus upon it. Your point of attraction gets a lot of momentum going. So when we say you want to get out ahead of what is and out ahead of manifestation, what we mean is you want to find a nice neutral zone. Meditation will provide it for you. Or taking a walk sometimes, beautiful music, making love, doing something that distracts you from things that may have been bothering you. And as you bring yourself into vibrational alignment, by your distracting yourself from things that take you out of vibrational alignment, then what happens is you begin to allow this momentum of vibration, and it will precede you, because everything that you live is preceded by a vibrational wave. It's a current. It's a flow. It can be a blast. In other words, when you get that vibration out ahead of you, it's like having the concierge of all concierges out there ahead of you, the personal assistant of all personal assistants out there ahead of you, paving your way, making the roads ready for you. And most important, not only is preparation for where you're going all smoothed out, we're not kidding you about that, not even one little bit, but the most important factor is you're tuned into the frequency that makes you know how to follow the path. Because there are endless paths. There are lots of ways to get to where you want to be. And sometimes you want to take the longer, more adventurous route because you're still wanting to collect more data. You're still wanting to be clearer about what it is you want. But we want you to leave here today with no question in your mind that you create your own reality. Seth said it first. You create your own reality. And Jerry said, how is that so? I like to believe that I create my own reality and that they do and that they do. But how is it that we create our own reality when we're all mixed up with one another? How do I create my own reality? He asked it again and again and again, and we've been answering it ever since his first query back there in 1985. You create your own reality because you think and you focus and you vibrate, and law of attraction responds to the vibration, and that is the reality that surrounds you. In the early days, we offered an example to Esther. It was in one or two of the books, where if you could imagine a light board with all of these little lights on it, little LED lights, a board maybe as big as this stage, and the lights are all unlighted, but they're all over the stage, ready to be lighted. And then you represent one of those lights. You are one of those lights in a sea of, in this case, billions on your planet, if we're only talking about humans. and more than we can count if we're talking about thought, if we're talking about who you really are, if we're talking about potential vibrational frequencies. So you somehow, some way, find a reason to focus on something. And when you do, in that moment, in that powerful moment, when you focus upon whatever it is you're focusing upon, past, present, future, a memory, something you want, something you're observing, your light lights up. Boom. It's bright. And when that light lights up, every light in your vicinity that's like that lights up too. And those lighted lights represent your world. So if you're afraid of something, you light up. And if someone has the ability to deliver to you the very thing that you're afraid of, they light up too. If you want something, you light up. And if there's anybody in your vicinity that has the ability to deliver that which you want, they light up too. We're not kidding you about this. We're wanting to give you a visual, reasonable understanding that you are moving through life and you are offering a signal. And that signal is being matched all day, every day.